How's it going, folks? Welcome back to another Ranger Talk video. This is a super special one, and particularly for me, but I know a lot of y'all power metal fans out there will enjoy this as well. I'm joined by none other than the mighty Ian Highhill of legendary power metal band Olympos Mons, also working Australian and his own solo career. Extraordinary. Sir, thank you so much for joining me. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Yes,
Good.
very fine.
Wonderful. Glad to hear that. So, again, this is an honor for me. Thank you for chatting. I guess first and foremost, I'm curious, when did you first start singing, and what kind of drew you to sing for metal, power metal, and stuff like that?
Uh, I guess it evolved from we had some cover bands, with we did Deep Purple covers and stuff, and I always wanted to do my own thing, and I guess power metal was the nearest thing, to the 70s, 80s
Right.
uh,
Just
melodic
yeah,
rock, So
yeah.
uh, it really started from there.
Okay, cool. So is that what encouraged you to start singing? What was that music and stuff, or did you just kind of have a passion for singing at an early age?
No, I guess everything I've ever done is I was a bass player, and our singer was away a lot, so I
Mhm.
had to cover for him. So that's when I started to try and sing, and then we had this various band with covers and stuff, and then back in 2002, I think I met with Jari Sundström,
Mhm.
who was the guitarist in Olympos Mons, and we had a lot of beers, and we started talking about bands, and we were both into the same kind of power metal prog
Mhm.
bands at the time: Rhapsody, Camelot, Symphony X. So it really went from there, my power metal career, if you may
Wow.
say so.
Wow, so you kind of just started singing out of necessity because the vocalist wasn't there, and then you're just like, hey, let's form a power metal band, which is not
Yeah,
an easy genre for a vocalist. Like, but you're just, let's do it. So
yeah, yeah. I always had big beliefs about myself.
awesome. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, you were incredible on those albums, and so uh, you and Yari decided to form this power metal band. How did you approach kind of the sound that you were looking for? Because I think Olympus Mons back in like the mid 2000s really had its own kind of unique style, and that's something that really made it memorable, I think.
I think it was probably because we were both from the new wave of British heavy metal era
Mhm.
with a guitarist and co-writer. So I guess we tried to, you know, put the 80s thing into this power metal, and fuse them somehow. It's not really pure power metal. It's more like melodic rock metal. you know,
Yeah. That's
it, it
cool. That's really like ahead of its time because I feel like in modern days, those two genres are blended a lot. But back then,
yeah,
it was more uncommon.
maybe, yeah.
So wow, you guys were very forward thinking as far as that goes.
I think it was unconscious thing.
Okay, right. You just did what you loved.
Yeah,
Cool.
more,
And
more like
so, what was the experience like when you created the album and just seeing how people enjoyed it and stuff like that.
well, the songwriting went very well with Yari. We were almost like telepathy. We
Oh yeah.
just knew what we wanted, and and of course it was a blast when people liked it also, and but the career didn't take off in the way we wanted it. So by the time we started to make medieval, there were problems creeping in already, and
Mm.
it was hard to get gigs, and the CD sales went down. It spiraled quite badly at the time, and record companies began to cut from the royalties and stuff, and there was many bad things happening.
Yeah,
So I guess that's why it ended.
yeah. Just a lot of those behind the scenes kind of like business aspect of the industry.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It had
Uh,
probably killed a lot of
oh,
projects.
yeah. I mean, especially I think back in like the late '90s into the 2000s, there were a lot of like power metal bands specifically that released one, maybe two albums, and that was that. And it was good stuff, but
Yeah,
it was just a tough time, I think.
it was a tough time. Yes.
Yeah, that's too bad. Because I think that Olympus Mons has quite the legacy now. A lot of power metal fans look very fondly on that, and for me personally, even that was very early on in my power metal journey that I stumbled upon Olympus Mons, and it's just killer albums, both of them. So
Okay.
yeah,
Thank
but
you.
no, I mean, thank you for releasing two awesome power metal albums. So. Has there ever been talks to reunite or anything like that?
No, we talked about republishing of the second album,
Okay,
but it never became.
yeah. Well,
So
who knows?
I don't
Maybe
I don't
maybe
think
one day.
I don't think Jari is even playing anymore. I
Oh,
think
really?
he left the business altogether.
Oh, that's too bad. I mean, he's a
Yeah,
killer guitarist. His
yeah,
guitar
he
work
is.
on the albums, oh, just
He's amazing. He's amazing, and
yeah,
what a composer! He's a great
yeah.
composer.
Wow, yeah,
Yeah,
that's too bad. But I mean, at least those CDs, that music is there, so the legacy of the band will always live on.
yeah, yeah.
So, eh, did you find it challenging doing the vocals like for those albums for that power metal, like really just
Oh
because
yeah,
you
yeah. It was. It was. I was a newbie, in every way, but I just fought it through.
wow, that's
I wanted
amazing.
it so much, so I had to do it.
Yeah, well, that's cool. Like that passion is evident, like just in the
Yeah,
sound. So,
I'm
um,
self-taught singer, musician.
wow,
I never had any formal lessons. I just learned from my mistakes, and I I've been able to go on singing. So I guess I've done something right.
yeah, no, absolutely, that's incredible. So after Olympus Mons and whatnot, I know you also did vocals for like Australian, right?
Yes, yes.
How did you get to be involved in that?
Well, it started as the usual doing in a bar, getting drunk and making promises can or can't keep.
Yeah.
So we met with guitarist Hank G. Newman, and we had a similar, music taste of music, and so we formed another band.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was more in the style of a German Gamma Ray and Halloween.
Hmm.
It wasn't a continuation of Olympos Mons. It was a completely different animal.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, Australian has its own like kind of unique sound as well. So, it's really cool. And that band's still active, right?
No,
No.
no.
Okay.
No,
So that's
at
that's
least
fairly on is
not at the
done.
moment. No, excuse
Okay.
me, not at the
Wow.
moment.
Okay, because I mean, there was a lot much more recent of a project. You know, there was some albums like released like what the late 2010s, and
Mm,
if I'm not mistaken, there were songs in the early like a few years ago, right?
yeah, there were a few. We released a few songs on Spotify.
Okay, wow, but that one's also just on hold.
Yeah, it was kind of. We made demos for a whole record,
Hmm.
but things got away.
Mm,
How do I explain it? It was difficult times. We
mm,
we weren't that much together in the band. You know, motivation was pretty low, and we tried to release something if it would have given a spark
mm,
for something, but it didn't. So
yeah,
so here we are.
yeah,
Yeah.
and so you decided to just go solo. You're like, you know what?
Yes.
Let me just do things myself, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And
Cool.
it's really solo. I have recorded and done everything myself.
Wow. So
So
even drums, like everything, and it's all
yeah,
self-taught.
yes, I've done it all.
Wow.
I have a really good live band for gigs,
Oh, good.
but in the studio I have done everything myself, just to get away from the curse with the two record curse.
Yeah, right.
So I wanted to do. I'm on my third now, so
Oh, awesome. You're
yeah.
gonna break the chains.
Yes.
Do you find that kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Like fulfilling, but also kind of just freeing to be doing everything yourself. Like you're in charge of all of it, so
Yeah.
you can do
It
it the way you want.
it is. It is. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Wow. Is that also difficult? Like, do you feel stressed sometimes? Like, oh man, I have to do all of this. I have to write the songs, perform the
Oh yeah.
songs.
Oh yeah. Yes, there is stress and there is pressure, but in a good way.
Yeah.
I
Cool.
work I work better under a little bit of stress.
Yeah, okay. It's motivation.
Yes, yes,
And I know for your solo project, it has a more of kind of like a hard rock, heavy metal kind of vibe. It's not like
yeah.
full power metal or anything. What made you kind of uh, target that specific kind of sound?
Uh, when I grew up as a teenager, as I mentioned before,
Hmm.
it was the time of new wave of British heavy metal. It was a big thing, some Saxon, Iron Maiden, all those bands, Judas Priest, and especially Black Sabbath, who did a comeback then with Dio,
Hmm.
and that was it still is a big thing. I love them.
Yeah.
So I guess I wanted to do something with that kind of vibe, you know,
Hmm.
because yeah, power metal has been a bit uh, how how do I say this? You know, when you do something for many years,
Hmm.
it becomes you don't get any new ideas. You
Uh-huh.
know, it gets difficult to come up with something, and
Hmm.
so this was a fresh start in a way.
Cool. Yeah, I bet that was kind of exciting for you to explore a different kind of direction.
Yeah, it's still metal, but it's a bit more traditional.
Yeah, yeah. So as far as like your songwriting process, like do you always kind of start from the same spot? Like do you start with guitar riffs or you start like with vocal melodies in your head or how are you like kind of inspired?
A bit of both. I
Hmm.
guess. Usually it's the riff
Okay.
and some chords around that, and then I come up with melodies, and then it's the difficult part, the lyrics.
Yeah, right.
I'm a Finn, you know, so it's a that's the hardest part always, and
Okay.
I'm very um, uh, for me the lyrics it is very important. So I want to do then the best, that I can. And I just don't want to write something, put in some dragons and dungeons and
Yeah.
and get away with that. I
Yeah.
want them to have some meaning.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
At
that's
least
re
for me.
yeah, no, I mean that's really cool. 'Cause I know like with Olympus Mons, it was kind of like historical sort of lyrics and stuff like that, right? Or
Yeah,
are you like
partly.
into history and
Yeah.
do you like the history and stuff?
Yes, I'm a. If I wouldn't be a musician, I would probably be a amateur. What is it? I call
Like an
it.
archaeologist?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
that's the word. Yes.
Oh, that's
Well,
awesome.
yes, I love history.
Yeah. It's funny.
Um,
When I was growing up, I actually kind of wanted to be archaeologist. Like I loved like Egypt in particular, all of that, which I know that's stereotypical, but I mean,
mhm.
there's so much
How can you
historical
not love it?
significance of Egypt. Yeah, right. So,
Yeah,
uh,
I love that and the English history. I love
mhm.
the British history. Just,
Yeah,
King Arthur and stuff.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
very
yeah.
cool.
Castles, yeah,
Yeah,
all that
yeah.
good stuff. Yeah, that's awesome. So, for your solo project, do you keep it kind of like more modern? Like, what are the themes like for your solo project usually with the
I
lyrics?
think they're a bit darker, maybe,
Okay. Hmm.
and a bit more political,
Hmm.
but they don't. I never write anything straight out, but
Right.
in my mind they are political.
Yeah. You know who you're like talking about, but you make
Yeah,
it
yeah,
vague so that the listeners might not know exactly. So
exactly.
oh,
Yes,
that's so cool. Of
because there's a lot of stuff, bad stuff going on in the world today.
course, yeah.
So I guess I'm writing about that.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of inspiration with just the state of the world these days. So yeah,
Yes, yes. You
a
don't
lot
need
of
Satan. You don't need Satan anymore. He's old fashioned.
yeah, yeah. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, man. So you said you're working on your third album.
Yes, yes.
So
I
and
already
so
released a is it 4 singles now
okay.
from it.
Wow.
So
So you're just you keeping moving. I mean, how has like the reception been so far with your solo work, the first two CDs and stuff?
very very nice.
Good.
I'm very very pleased. I'm surprised and pleased. Because it's
Oh,
been
those are two
been
good things.
yes, yes. It has been. It's not. I don't have any record label behind me
Mhm.
or any promotion of that kind. So uh, I can't expect that kind of feedback. Which
Yeah.
I would get if I had a label. But
Hmm.
I'm really in no hurry to join any label at the time
Yeah.
because I have a bit of bad experience
Okay.
with labels. So I don't know. But if someone gives me a very, very good offer, I
Yeah,
cannot
right.
refuse it. Of course, I'll do it.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
But I guess doing it yourself, you get to kind of retain that creative freedom to just really make it how you want it and not have someone say, no, you need to do this or make this shorter or that's a single. You get to choose.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Cool. And So you said you play live. You have a band that joins you to play live. Have you been
Yeah.
touring mainly in Finland or all of Europe or
No, we're only just beginning. We've
okay.
done some gigs on in 2005
Hmm.
in Helsinki, and
Okay.
we're planning on, of course, getting more gigs, but it's baby steps so far.
Yeah. Cool.
Because the thing is, no matter if you get somewhere with one project, when you start another, you start from scratch. So you got to work yourself up again.
All over again. Wow.
Yes,
It's a vicious cycle, right?
yes, it is.
Wow.
But still a fun journey. Always
Yeah.
fun.
Do you ever get like people like do you like talking to you about like Olympus Mons, or do you get like tired of people just always being like, "Oh man, Olympus Mons, this and that." You're like, "Look, that's in the past. Like this is what I'm doing
No,
now."
no. I'm really proud of what we did in Olympus Mons, and we did memorable gigs and two decent records, and there's plenty of good memories, and I'm really proud of it. So no, I don't mind talking about it.
Oh, good.
Not at all.
Well, we need to get you and Jari in a pub together again. So then maybe you guys will be like, "Oh yeah, let's reunite." So we just got to set the
I,
stage again.
I don't drink anymore.
Oh, okay. So no more crazy ideas for
No,
you.
no. Uh, we were quite heavy drinkers when we had the
Mm,
Olympus Mons. So I think that was one of the reasons it it went down.
you're right. Uh,
Yeah.
so for your solo project, for this third album, what can fans expect like from this album, like compared to the first two? Like, have you kind of been building upon each release, and what can new listeners expect?
Well, it's still traditional, and it's very much inspired from Dio, and
Hmm.
that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Uh, on the first record, I was mainly inspired by Black Sabbath.
Okay.
It was it was the goal. I wanted to do something similar. And on the second, I was very heavily inspired by Blue Oyster Cult.
Oh,
So,
okay.
so
Interesting.
there's maybe some vibes of that. And now I think it's more like a Dio thing. This new record,
Okay.
maybe
Cool.
not the vocals, of course.
Right.
But no one can be as good as he was.
Oh, he just absolutely incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
But
my
that's cool. I mean, that what's that? I'm sorry.
Mm.
Oh, I thought I cut you off. I'm sorry.
No.
Oh. Um, yeah, well, I mean, that's super exciting. And is the album going to be coming out later this year, or are you thinking next year?
I'm planning on next year, maybe in
Okay.
the beginning of 2026.
Okay. Cool. So folks can look
So,
forward to that.
yeah, of course. And now I'm also planning to do some type or print some physical copies.
Okay.
So far, I have only done streaming.
Oh, for the first two
I,
albums, streaming only,
yes,
digital. Yeah.
but now I have plans to make physical
Oh, awesome.
copies also.
Sweet. That'll be really cool.
Mhm.
Um, so aside from your solo musical project, are there any other projects you're kind of currently involved in, as a musician or anything like that?
No, I don't have the time.
No.
I'm so much engaged in this, so
Yeah.
it would be wouldn't be possible
Yeah.
at the moment.
Cool. Well, I mean, that's awesome. You really just kind of put everything into this project.
Yeah, I've always done it like that. I've never had many projects at one time, because I think if you want to break it, you have to see like singers um, fabulous singers like
Mhm,
Jeff Scott Soto.
mhm.
He had many great bands where he's been in, but he's been in so many bands, so you don't really know where he belongs. You know,
Yeah, true. Yeah.
I think it's better to just do one band at a time and see
Mhm.
how long it ti- how far it will carry you, and not involve too many bands.
Yeah.
People get confused at it, who you are and what you
Right.
yeah, you know.
Yeah, that's a good point. Instead of just like lending your voice to multiple things, like really put your personality, you put your soul,
Yeah,
yourself into a project.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I meant.
Cool. Yeah, no, I totally agree, So yeah, I mean, really exciting that you have your third album on the way. I'm super glad to hear it. It's been successful so far, and with this one getting a physical release, that's really exciting as well. Plus, some touring things are starting to happen. Um, so yeah, I mean that's really cool. The sky is the limit for you
Of
at this
course,
point. So
Rock and Roll
yeah.
Hall of Fame.
That's right, man. That's right. Sweet. So, yeah, I mean,
I'm only glad that I can be doing this
yeah,
still. I'm an old man, you know. I'm 50. I'm 57.
that's not that old.
Oh yes, it is. I'm just very grateful that I still can do it and enjoy it. You know.
Yeah, yeah, that's the important thing. Just love what you do,
Yes, yes. It's
and
like
and the rest is just extra.
yes. uh, I don't know. Rock and roll is like religion for me.
Uh,
It's
yeah.
I live for it. I breathe it. I every day, every second.
Wow. So you constantly just listening to records and stuff.
No,
No.
I listen very little to music these days.
Wow.
Very little. Yes, I'm so much into doing it. So it's very seldom I have a chance to sit down and listen to it.
Yeah.
But if I listen to it, it's probably classical music or something.
Okay.
I like classical music, so
Yeah.
or those old bands,
Yeah.
Black Sabbath, and of course,
Yeah.
Judas
Of
Priest.
course.
Yeah, those are the two.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, those are just the foundations for so much, it
yeah, they
really,
are.
yeah. So cool, man.
Yeah, it all went from there.
Yeah. Sweet.
So
Well, I mean, you've done a lot over the years, and I think which you could be proud of, and there's more to come. So that's really exciting for folks.
yeah, I'm very surprised that anyone remembers Olympos Mons anymore.
Really? Oh man.
Yeah, really, I am.
Wow.
Yeah,
I mean, talk to any like true power metal fans, and they'll be like, "Oh, Olympus Mons. Oh man, awesome. Yeah, I mean, really left a mark." So
incredible, incredible.
yeah.
I gotta say,
Ah, yeah, well,
I didn't expect.
um, no. Yeah, I guess I mean, you never can know like what the future will hold when you create something and
No, no, that's the beauty of it,
yeah.
really.
Yeah, so I mean your work that you've done in the past, but also your current work is still reaching folks today. So that's something to be proud of.
Yes, and I am very, 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 very proud. Yes.
Cool, man. Well, really exciting that there's a new album on the horizon. There's new singles out already. So for all the folks watching, actually in the description down below, I'm going to put links to Ian Highhill, like his social stuff like that, so you can follow, you keep up to date with what's happening. I'm also going to put links to some of the recent singles that released, and yeah, so
Okay.
everyone can stay tuned for the new album.
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for the reaction video. I watched it
Oh,
just before we
oh, okay.
started this conversation.
Cool. Yeah, no, cool song. I dig the sound. So I'm looking forward to kind of diving deeper into your solo material, and I'm definitely going to be looking forward to the new album. So
Okay,
awesome.
sounds good.
Well, thank you again so much, sir. I really, really appreciate it. It was awesome getting to chat with you.
Yeah, it was an honor to be on your show or
Yeah, my channel. Yeah, I don't have like a
channel.
show
Yeah.
like on MTV or something like that. That would be
No, no,
cool.
no, no. The channel was the word I used.
Yeah, no, yeah. Well, thank you again, sir, and thank you to everyone watching. Be sure to comment. Uh, have you listened to Ian's solo material? What are some of your favorite songs? Are you looking forward to the new album? And again, be sure to check out the links in the description. And yeah, I'll catch you all next time, Ranger.
Okay. Stay metal.
Out. Yeah.